definitely throwing that for Jake all along? Wasn't throwing away or anything like that?
Yeah. No, I knew Tonges was going to come down to it.
Can you just give us through you're obviously the long play, you're looking left, you're moving around. Describe that play?
Yeah, I mean, it was a fast break, so you walk up and snap the ball quick, and it was just a straight across the board read, and just felt like the coverage was tight, and at that point I felt like I needed to leave the pocket, trying to find a guy in the end zone, and then as I'm going away, it was put it hopefully to where Tonges can get it or nobody can get it. I know it was a close call, but he used his length, came down with it, and yeah, here we are.
So, San Francisco 49ers versus the Seattle Seahawks. It was an okay game, but we all want to talk about that last play, you know what I'm saying, how it came down, how it came to unfold. C-Mac was questionable coming into this game, but he did play because of the calf. No Deebo Samuel. George Kittle gets hurt in the first quarter. Like, I don't really know about this San Francisco 49ers team because it's so heavily, the offense is just, it revolves around C-Mac so much that they need these other skilled positions to step up and do something. And I mean, Ricky Pearsall had a good game, so maybe if he can keep that going, they could take some pressure off C-Mac so he can actually last throughout the season. Seattle, they're still up for debate. A nice, okay receiving core with Cooper Kupp and Jackson Smith and Jigma, but you know, it's yet to be seen. So let's hop into it. There's a couple plays I want to go over as well. So like I said, George Kittle ends up getting hurt in the first quarter after this, like a couple plays after this play right here, but this is his touchdown play. And we already know what type of receiver, what type of threat, what type of X factor he is in the red zone. Like, he's one of the go-to guys when they get into the red zone. He's going to run this out route right here. And like I said before, I've said this, and I don't know if I said this on the channel, but I've said this like out loud to maybe to myself or to like people I talk to about football. Like, I think that Brock Purdy, one of the things that people don't realize about Brock Purdy is he has great anticipation when making throws. And he knows how to lead his receivers very, very well. He throws a good ball and he throws layered passes. Like, if you look at how he doesn't have an overly strong arm, or he's not super duper fast, you know what I'm saying? But he has good pocket presence. He has a great anticipation for the game, and he has a great layered pass. What I mean by layered is it's not too hard, but it's not, he's not throwing a rocket ball, but at the same time, it's not a lob, but he can know how to place it. You know what I'm saying? So let's run it. You see George Kittle right here. Boom. As soon as he put his foot in the ground, he's already ready to throw the ball before the break even happens. That gives him a chance to put the ball out front without the defender jumping the pass. You dig what I'm saying? So that's why I say he throws with great anticipation. He knows the importance of ball placement as well, putting it on his outside shoulder. So all George have to do is just fall into the end zone. So that's a great pass. Like I said, they have the offense is just centered around C-Mac, and I just don't know if he's gonna hold up, because he's injury prone. He just is. So as you can see right here, he's gonna run this basically this swing route right here, this angle route, run towards the sideline, cut it back in. They ran this route a couple times in this game just to get him the ball in space. That's all Shanahan is trying to do. Get him his touches in space and let him work. And it's a great game plan, because C-Mac is special with the ball in his hand. He is. But at the same time, is he going to hold up? And like I said, as you will see as I go through this video and I'm breaking down Brock Purdy and this San Francisco 49ers offense, it's a lot of C-Mac. And you would think that, okay, yeah, why not get the ball to your best player all these times? It's just not going to hold up because of the type of player he is. He's not a type of guy that you can get a ball to all these times and he don't get hurt. You know what I'm saying? He gets hurt from the minute things. You feel what I'm saying? Him running around and stuff like that. He has gotten hurt in practice over just practicing, not even, you know what I'm saying, in the game. So it's kind of like he's going to run to the angle route again. It's not really an angle route. I don't know what you call it, but he's running straight to the sideline and then cutting it back in. He's going to, you know what I'm saying, see Brock Purdy's going to dump it off to him right here. Boom. like I said, he had a lot of receiving yards. He had a lot of rushing yards, and he just makes plays. He's gonna make somebody miss. He's gonna bounce off that. Like, this is when he really started to get going, though. Once he got this play right here, because like I said, I watched almost all the games on NFL Red Zone, so you see play by play by play by play, so you don't really miss anything. And it's just like, this is what really got C-Mac going. You know what I'm saying? So, but shout out to him though for him being healthy, and you know, as we break down Brock Purdy more and more, this was his first interception. He threw 2 interceptions this game. He threw the ball almost 40 times. I think it was like 38 times that he threw the ball. And that's something that's rare in a Kyle Shanahan offense. He likes to run the ball. He runs the stretch zone concept. Like, basically, you know what I'm saying, stretch, bootleg, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So let's run it and see what he does. He coming from under center. He's going to run the play action as well. C-Mac is going to get a block. He has this guy coming down the seam right here. We can go and look at the R22 to see what the back end is looking like. The O-line kind of held up pretty nicely. And then he's going to just throw the ball on his back foot right here. And he doesn't get enough on it. He just doesn't get enough on it. And that's what them layered throws can get you in trouble at, because you're just... It can come out as a lob, or it can come out as a fine layered throw. That's the downfall of it. Like, it might come out a little too soft, and then that just is a perfect pass to pick off for the defender. You dig what I'm saying? So it's just crazy. Let me go ahead and look at the R22 on this play. Let's go ahead and break it down. Like I said, so we're gonna watch it right here. They're in a 2 high. This is basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. This is the base defense right here. They're not really. They're not really running anything too, you know what I'm saying, specific, too special, anything like that. You're going to see the motion. Nobody runs what you check when he comes in motion right here. So that means it is a zone. So let's watch it again. It is a zone right here. He's going to back up. This more looks like it could be maybe a cover 6. You know, cover 6 is like you have the safeties to their half zones. One of the corners go on the deep third. The other corner of the other side, he goes and he runs a maybe like a soft flat or maybe a hard flat. It just depends what the backer's running. You know what I'm saying? Deep mid zones and stuff like that. But he kind of this is basically a dagger concept. He's gonna run up and do an end breaking route. You're gonna have this receiver right here. He's gonna run straight. He's gonna run a streak just to pull the safety, and then the person that's underneath is going to run the end breaking route. This is called a dagger concept right here. He could have cut that off a little bit flat. I think he ran too deep. He shouldn't be this deep. He shouldn't be this deep. As in, you know what I'm saying? He should have cut it off maybe around right here and then cut it in. So Brock Purdy doesn't have that far to throw, but it's basically a dagger concept. Boom. He comes back in, and like I said, he throws off his back foot as well, Brock Purdy. As you can see, he's throwing off his back foot. He doesn't really get too much on it. Bad mechanics. And for a person that's not overly athletic when it comes down to, you know what I'm saying, football aspects and how these quarterbacks are coming out, you have to be fundamentally sound. And he wasn't, and that caused him, and you know what I'm saying, and he threw a pick. See Brock Purdy under center right here. He's going to have a 7-step drop. And you're going to see Ricky Pearsall run this corner route right here. He's going to figure like he's going to go inside. Break down the corner right here. As he starts to break down, he's going to break back out to the outside right there. That's a great route. That is a great route. Great throw. Like I said, Brock Purdy throws one of the best layered throws in the NFL right here. Throws it over the cornerback's head, drop it right into a bucket. Boom. He has to be the one to step up, because if he don't, you're not going to win a lot of games just giving the ball to C-Mac. I don't care if you can run it to him. I mean, you can hand it off to him, throw it to him, toss it to him, kick it to him. It's just C-Mac alone is not going to get you the dub. We have Brock Purdy. You know what I'm saying? He did end up throwing another interception as well. He's thrown 2 interceptions, 21-30, 211 yards, 1 TD. He's having an okay game, not really a solid game because of the interceptions. But like I said, they're in this 2-stack formation, basically. One close, one is tight, one is a little bit wider. And you're going to see this stop and go from Ricky Pearsall, which is a great route. And watch how Brock Purdy layers this throw as well. He's going to hit his back foot. Boom, boom. And watch he just pump fake. That's the stop. And then he has to go. And then he's going to layer this throw right over the top. and Ricky Pearsall just tracks the ball. That is a beautiful pass. This is a beautiful play. We could look at it on the all-22. In this stack formation right here, as you can see, boom, boom. Two high safety. It's a nickel formation as well with the corner right here. As you can see, it might be that how they lined up. It might be man. It might be 2-man under. Let's run it and see. Boom, boom. As you can see, this safety, well, it's kind of like a little bit of cover 3 because this safety bites down. This safety bites down over here. He moves to the center field, so it might be a cover 3 look. It is cover 3. It's definitely cover 3 because you have your corners going up the field, up the seams, you know, so taking a deep thirds. And then you have that safety coming down, taking that flat right there. And then you have that safety moving into the middle of the field. So it's definitely a cover 3 with the middle linebackers right here coming into they hook curls. So let's run it. He's gonna run the stop right here, boom, 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 and he breaks the cornerback down. He gets him to break down. Once he gets him to break down, he can run right past him like this. And Brock Purdy, like I said, he throws the ball with great anticipation. He knows when to throw the ball, even if the receiver hasn't looked back or he hasn't breaking fully into his route yet. He just has a great feel for anticipation throws. Throws a nice layered pass. Ricky tracks the ball. The CB couldn't do it, and that's just a great. He's going to be the one that they're going to have for down the field to emerge as that number 1 receiver. Now we get to the bread and butter play. Now we get to what we here for. This is crazy, bro. This is crazy. This reminds me of the catch so much, and we're going to look at that play and see how familiar it is. Now, it's not a playoff game or anything like that. He doesn't have too many people draped all over him, but he makes a play. This is what Brock Purdy can do for you. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's not immensely talented like that. So let's run it again. Boom. Could he have thrown that to C-Mac? Maybe, maybe not. You know what I'm saying? That would have been a safe throw, but he doesn't want that. He was going to go to 13 for this curl right here. He didn't want that for the button hook. He didn't want that. Boom, boom. Ricky Pearsall could have broke away even more, but it would have ran into him. You dig what I'm saying? It's not everything is conjunct. Maybe not. If he looked at it, he might like it, but he like, I don't like that. Then he runs back this way, like, okay, now it's getting about that time. Now it's getting, and hey. Okay, Brock, I see you. Now, this is just dirty work right here. Oh, my God. This man just entered his oh, my God. This man just entered his inner Dallas Clark, man. That's what he just did. He came out of nowhere and snatched it from him. He thought he had a pick. I guarantee you he thought he had a pick to end the game on Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers. And he didn't. Touchdown. Who is this guy? I don't know. And excuse me, I said Dallas Clark when it's Dwight Clark, excuse me. But and rest in peace to Dwight Clark. But that's why I said this play looks so familiar, bro. This play looks so familiar. Like as a youngin', I used to watch all of the NFL, you know what I'm saying? Old school classics and stuff like that, bro. Like this is crazy, bro. You look at the Brock Purdy play and then you look at this Joe Montana play, the Dwight Clark, he just buying time. And like it's 3 defenders right there, bro. 3 of them. And Dwight Clark just comes out of nowhere, just like him, just like bruh, comes out of nowhere and catches it. That's crazy, bruh. Hey, that's crazy. Brock Purdy, boy, I ain't gonna lie, he bailed you out that one. A dub is a dub, he bailed you out of that one. Y'all better find y'all offense, bruh. Somebody that's just more than C-Mac. Even though Ricky Pearsall had a good game, y'all gonna need more out of the supporting cast for sure.